rangba aga jala ukon rat ki sangma hakalai phau tarik jeliu 8,000 phaulai ulaong baki kam Sorkar hakashi Snem kilat kumba 8,000 tali AA kadba ki samla ki don kumba 100,000 AA hakajala menteri rangba ulaong yakane haka program jong katanat tourism hakaba ula palaj ru khat 100 tali ki kali ban penyat hakikam jongok kai perthai kibala IT syakikan hun bomdei Sorkar ukon rat ulaong baka Sorkar kabut thong ban palaj kumba arspa san phau tali AA ki kali hakani kasan Snem.
That on an annual basis, we have, as of now, we have roughly about 60,000 youths who join the workforce every year. And this is based on the data of 18 years back, the birth rate, and based on that, on the 18 years, we presume that a person is ready to work and joining the workforce. So if you were to go with that explanation and that kind of justification, then roughly about 60,000 youths are joining the workforce every year. And 18 years from now, we will have 80,000 youths joining the workforce every year. And if you were to compare that to the kind of jobs that are coming out in the government, in different departments, in different district selection, police, and all the other agencies, MPSC roughly has about average of 400 vacancies every year. And if you put together all the other departments and districts and add up all of it, plus minus, you would get an average of about 2,000 jobs that may come up. Hence the big question in front of all of us as policymakers, as the government, as officials, and as a society is, out of the 60,000, if 2,000 are jobs that are created in the government sector, 58,000 jobs will have to be created in the private sector. And that is the reality of the scenario, economic scenario, not just for our state, but for the country as a whole. India has a very, very large youth population, which is of course the biggest strength, but at the same time it is the biggest challenge also for us. And hence government will have to think of innovative ways in which we are able to create employment opportunities for this large workforce that we have, which, as I said, if channeled in the right manner, can be a huge productive and a constructive force for the state as a whole. This is going to be a very dynamic process. Now we gave about 16 vehicles today. We have planned to give 50 in this particular financial year. And, God willing, if all goes well, we are able to create the finance that we require. We hope that we'll be able to touch at least about 250 to 300 vehicles in this 5 years term. And hopefully be able to touch even 500 vehicles in the long run. So that's the kind of target that we have. And while we do that, our objective also is to tweak the kind of vehicles we have. We realize it's not just the Innovas that you need. We can give Scorpios, which is going to be slightly more tougher and be able to go off-road. We are looking at mini buses, which we could give, because there are larger groups that come. So maybe buses also will be important. We are thinking very, very, very seriously to introduce electric vehicles. And this will be not just for tourism sector, but even for transportation to Guwahati and to Tura, Shillong sector, where we plan to have EV charging stations in Nongpo, one in the middle of somewhere near Riangdo, Chalang side, and of course in Sora area where the tourism footfall is very high. So we are really working on EV vehicles also, and hopefully within next couple of months, we should be distributing electric vehicles also. I can tell you that 50% of my experience really depends on the behavior and the way the driver who was taking my family around and me around, their behavior and the way they took care of us. 50% of my experience always has been based on how good the behavior of the driver is. It's not about how educated they are or not. It's just about the courtesy and the kind of respect and the kind of care that they show. A simple smile given by the driver every morning when they say good morning to you can really change the way the whole mood of the whole day goes. You know, my daughter walking with the bag and the driver just simply holds that bag, saying that let me hold it for you. You know, these are small things that as a tourist you notice and it impacts you. And I think this kind of a training in this line may be some area that we should examine and try to improve the experience of what a tourist really wants. And based on that, allow the training of our drivers to be done. And I feel this training has to be done not just for drivers, but it should be done for people working in restaurants, people working in different ticket counters, people who are working in different activities who are there, and obviously the tour guides. So my request would be, and my suggestion to the tourism department would be to really go for soft skill upgradation and training to our drivers and all the stakeholders who will be involved in the tourism sector. It's very, very crucial and it can make a huge impact. And to the owners of the vehicles we're giving to you, of course, we expect that you will take care of your vehicle and we expect that you will utilize it in the best possible manner. And we also request you, as I said, to ensure that you stress a lot on basic things like courtesy and being very kind to the tourist and guiding the tourist in the right manner. So